Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and for today's episode of Suki Nihon, we are looking at episode 2 of Berserk 2016, The Holy Iron Chain Knights. Before I start in this, I have to say that, you know what? I like having Puck around. Yeah, Puck is pretty great. The whole sorry horse bit of dialogue in here was, yes, that type of thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It just hits it just right. Anyways, here's what happens. Guts is walking out of the deep of the woods and right into the hands of the Holy Iron Chain Knights, led by Lady Farnese. Farnesian. Sounds like a cheese, doesn't it? Just sounds like a cheese. Anyways, after completely destroying a huge amount of these knights, I mean, seriously, they're like, "Rah!" And he's all like, "I'm in such pain!" And just slicing them in half like so much butter. Anyways, after completely destroying a huge amount of them, he's challenged by the Iron Staff Demon Azan. A-Z-A-N. Azan? Yeah. A legendary knight who's known for fending off like an army over a bridge. Pretty much a war hero. Pretty good guy. And Guts gets to a point in that fight where he's like, crap, I need to make some kind of bold move, so he tries to assassinate, or rather take Lady Farnese's life, and ends up captured. While being in captivity, Lady Farnese is all like, I'm gonna interrogate him, tee-hee-hee. And so she brings him out there, and she's all like, you better tell me about like the Band of the Hawks and stuff, because remember, he's one of the only survivors of that event. So not everyone else, I mean, an entire army pretty much disappears overnight. And Guts is one of the few people who knows what happened and still has his head on his shoulders. Mind is not completely horribly destroyed. Seriously, what happens to that one character in Berserk? It is very possible to hate the villain in a show so very much. We all hate, rather love to hate, or also love to kind of hate, even though he's kind of not really a villain so much sometimes. I remember like Negan from The Walking Dead, like what he does to Glenn in the comics, or the Governor for what the Governor does to Michonne in the comics. We hate those villains because they're just bad people. And Femto or Griffith, spoiler alert, I guess, from Berserk is that kind of villain. Anyways, the interrogation doesn't do too well. Guts says some stuff to tick off Lady Farnese, and she's all like, I'm whipping you. She goes full Francesca von Karma on him, which then gets interrupted, and people are like, seriously, what? Oh yeah, we're also introduced to Serpicio, but however you want to pronounce it. Anyways, Puck shows up, frees Guts from the cage that they've got him in, and then they walk in on Lady Farnese kind of engaging in self-flagellation. Pretty much the same thing that she whipped after she lost her temper and whipped Guts in the chest, mind you, with this whole bullwhip thing with like a many tails. She's seen doing the same thing to her back as a penance for her sin. She's very, very pious, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah, because remember, they work for the Holy See, and from the Miracle something or other department. In other words, they're like low-rent Vatican troops, but they're not trained like Vatican troops. Okay? See what I'm getting there? Anywho, he catches her in this and knocks her out, takes all his weapons back, and then has to escape from the camp. As he escapes from the camp by taking her hostage, and well, he's running out there. Serpico starts following him. Night has fallen, and the demons that haunt the knights for Guts appear, and that's pretty much the end of that episode. So we have Lady Farnese who wakes up and is just like, horrible about everything here, yelling and stuff. Oh, by the way, she can't see Puck. She can't see miraculous creatures like Puck, who's an elf, because she doesn't want to see them. Interesting note there. It's kind of interesting how you'll sometimes run into people in religion who believe in God, but not the devil. How can you believe in miracles if you don't also believe in curses? It's a weird disconnect that some people who have an overabundance of piety and an underabundance of common sense and a sense of logic tend to get. That's probably offensive to some people in the audience. My intent is not to offend. My intent is to comment about what I'm watching. And you should be watching it too if you're a big fan of the show. I love the original show. Recently rewatched it. The movies are pretty great. Overall, I am very pleased with this show. The acting is on point. The music is on point. The art style I could live without, but I'm pretty sure it'll grow on me. Oh, this is very close to the manga, so I am pleased. Very, very pleased with this. And if you're a fan of Berserk, you'll like it. You'll like it too. You'll very much probably like it too, especially after that first episode seemed kind of a little weak. This episode is strong overall, except for that weird art style. Strong overall. Fairly close to a manga. Loving every bit of it. Can't wait to see the next episode. Can't wait to see where they're going with this, even though I kind of know where they're going with it because I've read some of these story arcs. And yeah, I liked it. Let me know in those comments below what you thought of it. Are you watching this on Crunchyroll? You should be watching it on Crunchyroll, especially if you're a fan of the old series. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Share this with your friends if they're also into Berserk or other types of anime. And until the next video comes out, you are now caught up.